Hey, howdy hi. Got a little break of time to go back to MORIMENS. Announced another update since last time, and we got this stuff still. How's my normals doing? I'm under where I need to be. I did get another Gift of Decay off screen. She's got quite a nice little, Wheel of Destiny on her, then. Getting this up to 3 will be quite nice. Because the extra poison inflict, the extra damage amp, and, just 70% more poison, and when using Exalt, inflict 20% attack poison. And also gain Aliamus whenever unleashing a Posse is nice. I do find this deck doesn't need Posse that often. Hell is this thing? Yeah, I think I've been keeping up in this. Got the resonance up decently high, even though I've done all the quests. And, that would be wild strong. What do I need to get more of those? Ah, Elworth's Returnee would get me one. Ah, man, win with Karo Awakeners. Could probably do one of them, then twice with Ultras. I'd probably pull that off. If I brained hard enough. But the special ops, it's been all story, which is wild to me. Especially since it feels like there should have been fights during a lot of those. Dark Figure. You did not find the enemy. The enemy found you. Over there. I saw it. This woman did it. Kill her, kill her. Pellet was with me the entire night yesterday, I swear. You're all in on it together, liars from Mythag. Snap out of it. We're for God's help. We'd have died 10 times over on this mountain already. The guide shook the surveyor's shoulders forcefully. Under his commanding words and gaze, the surveyor finally calmed down somewhat. Thank you very much. No need for pleasantries. Did you say you saw just now? And that dark figure, I saw him. Just now, when we discovered what happened to the surveyor. Very likely the culprit. In this heavy snow and wind, he can't have gone far. If you get lost here, we'll go with you. What's your wound? Let's go. Right, so something's been killing survey members, and they blame Hellet because she was a bit crazy when we caught up to her. She's been mostly fine since then. Wind and snow are too heavy. Footprints have been covered up. Looks like we need to head back to camp first. Yeah, we'll continue investigating the dark figure later. There's something strange. Many monsters started to escape mid-fight, as if something had frightened them. Not again! Haven't enough of them died already? Monsters! I don't want to die here! It's her, Shaker, the mountain god! She's the one who deserves to die! Kill her. Kill this! Come on! Several surveyors' faces became twisted with distortion, and their voices began to grow incoherent. The once pale white ground of the snow mountain was now crawling with viscous black slurry. This gurgling, eerie liquid surged forth from the flesh of the surveyors. Dying? Well, stop dying, bathwater. A black spike shot out suddenly, thrusting toward Helen. Get out of the way! He turned sideways and shoved her out of the way. Spike pierced straight through your shoulder. You let out a muffled groan, your arm going limp and falling against Hellet's shoulder. Blood mixed with melted snow splashed into her eyes, shattering your dim reflection. Stayed up playing Mountain Blade? Yeah, that sounds like something you'd do. The Daggerfall mod for Mountain Blade. Wait, Daggerfall mod for Mountain Blade, or do you mean the Mountain Blade mod for Daggerfall? Or a mod to turn Daggerfall into Mountain Blade, or a mod to turn Mountain Blade into Daggerfall? I'm guessing the former. The former? Okay. Hearing pain radiated from the wound, your mind churning in turmoil. The link suffered a brief halt. Mountain Blade into Daggerfall. So turning it into like a regular adventure game? Like an adventure RPG from Mountain Blade? That's very different. You watched her anxiously. If you wanted to, she could turn and attack you right now. Your mental strength would undoubtedly break down as well, but she didn't. What? I don't take advantage of people when they're down. When the time comes, I'll leave fair and square. Until then. Turned her gaze toward the survey team that was screaming to tear her apart. Those eyes, once calmed by the silver glow, reignited with an intense blood light. Blood light. Is that what vampires get when they want to get drunk? Blood light. Shut up. Magic and guilds and quest lines. Cool. You lot are asking for death. Alert. It was too late. The howl of the chain ball drowned out your shouts, smashing mercilessly into those out-of-control team members. Stared blankly at the pool of sticky black remains before you. Teammates who had fought alongside you not long ago now lay here, forever left on this perennially snow-covered glacier. Even get murdered by the Dead King's undead army, like real Daggerfall. Cool. Countless explorers had perished on snow mountains. Such gruesome deaths in such great numbers. This was a first for the guide. He could no longer hold himself together. His shoulders trembled as he retched violently. They suffered dissolution too. Dissolution here, its development speed is unbelievably fast. Elvis, when did you get a face? Those monsters that escaped. The reactions of these team members. It's all far too abnormal. There's only us left. Must get down the mountain as soon as possible, otherwise. Boom. His words were cut short as darkness fell before his eyes. You all looked up. Like a sun-blotting storm cloud, a massive dark figure rose from one side of the cliff, looming over you. On the enormous monster's body was carved a massive symbol, one you had seen before in a dream. That's the Church of the Lightbearers. Boom. Ah! Mr. Ingoth! The colossal thing hovering in the air came crashing down. With a rending roar that split the peak, it shattered the rock beneath your feet. You stepped into empty air and plummeted into the deep valley together with Hellet. Amid your terrified screams, Hellet broke into a wide grin and burst into laughter for the very first time. Disturbing. No fights at all in this story. Let me quick look. Do I have, like... There's like an alternate poison team. Imagine it could still work. Nah. Yeah, I got this up to 4 really fast, somehow. Oh wait, probably because I really don't like RNG and I wanted to max it out first. Ring is not my favorite. Duty's Gravitas. It's just good. Curse Binding. The effects are good. The main stats on them aren't exactly what she wants most. Then again, she's not like specific stat scaling, so Realm Mastery and Damage Amp aren't bad on her. Gift of Decay. It's actually stack, wouldn't they? Gift of Decay and Elevated Focus, though she doesn't really need Elevated Focus per se. Something else with Alienus gain on it. Analysis of Death. He doesn't really need crit rate, is the thing. Because that's not where her damage is coming from. Like, crits aren't what she's aiming for. She's aiming for detonating poison. Mind Barrier would be nice on her. The Alienus regen plus, some shield when she unleashes. 'Cause she unleashes frequently. Obviously, she wants Steppenwolf. For not just the base damage, she also just wants the poison application. Need to grind more Ex Machinas, and maybe level them up better. This is okay for right this second. Try leveling up your stuff real quick. I sneezed. At least get her stuff I have. Get her up to like 3s. Bless you. Thank you, Bathwater. Right. Game plan with her. Let me double check what it should be. Probably wants... Get up this a little bit. He probably wants defense. Or something that ups shield. Poison application... Yeah, she can make do with it. Wait, I think I have hers somewhere, don't I? Yeah, Pale Descendant. Shield gain plus defense command inflict poison equal to some of her defense on the enemy with the highest HP. What's inflicted, increase embryo fusion up to 3 times per turn. Yeah. She's sigil yield scaling, actually. Let me double check her. Arithmetic costs the highest card in hand by 1 for this turn with Reluctant Alms. Her basics trigger a little poison. So cold, come cuddle. It's hot as shit over here, so I'm not doing that. Doesn't look like... Oh, wait. For every 1% sigil yield, Agrippa and her equipped Wheel of Destiny and Covenant have. Base shield of Pale Blessing up 0.5%, base poison 1%. Right. So I should look at sigil yield stuff. Wish you could pick... Oh, yeah, you can. Let's see. There is this thing. It would just give a little bit... She does want to play her defenses, so Adventures Pack isn't bad. You had a batshit crazy dream? Tell me about this batshit crazy dream. Oh, you know what? Crimson Furnace, she actually wants to use that, so Muddied Fairy Tale, not bad. Not bad at all. I fully know this team is probably only just okay, but that's fine with me. Fire Titan from God of War 3 tried to steal your heater, so you beat the fuck out of him? Better than some of your other dreams. Forget. Does she have, like, death resist scaling? Just something. Death resist. Okay, yeah. Base damage. She doesn't have an Exalt or a Pursuit. You can put that on and it's okay. Whisper actually isn't half bad. Neither would Punishment be. This would be more death resist, but these effects are actually kind of useful. The reward for killing him, you ascended to divinity, and you use your godly powers to seduce various women. I mean, everyone has dreams like that, for sure. I will say, because I'm not super confident in this team, we're gonna try a slightly lower level with it. No posse. Oh, right, posse. Mouse Wisdom is really good, but let me look at other options I have. Lakeside Glimpse. Not bad for the poison effect on it, but... Mouse Wisdom is just always going to help. Should, in theory, just out-level this fight, even if this team isn't great. And partially it's just testing the waters here. Steam does have a decent amount of health, admittedly. Do technically have 3-ish sustains as well. Damn it. Locked up my shit. I would have used that. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, Toxin. While speeding down the highway in a mobility scooter that you stole from an old folks' home. Noted. Trying to hang on to as many of these as I can, the expedition members. Actually, I have one more than I started with. Luckily, my furnace actually retains between fights, so I can quite easily get health back if I need it. I'm normal! Yeah, Bathwater, everyone has batshit crazy dreams. Except me, because I think I burned out my dream receptors at some point. That's what they're definitely called. Dream receptors. I don't really need Toxin on this. Even though Toxin's good. Implying some temp strength down alongside weakness. If you have both, it's quite nice. Epilepsy for a lucky rabbit's paw. Sure. Unfortunately, it didn't work in the opposite order. Get some sigils. They surely burned me out. Who do I want? This is actually pretty good sustain, passive shield gain, but passive healing is also really nice. And passive alien miss gain. Get that first. I get a ton of sigils here, but I like gaining expedition members instead. Fair catalyst on that. What's this do? 48 shield when you inflict weakness, gains temp strength when you inflict vulnerable. Both are figure simultaneously, double the effects. I'm actually one sigil off that, so I'm gonna fight this elite to get that. Because that's quite good. I can inflict that with the same card, even. I might end up regretting not using these suspicions, but we'll see. Hail blessing! Not attacking this turn, so that wouldn't do anything, even. Does heal itself for free, though. Well, let's do a little bit of this. This has stagnant on it. Hate stagnant. I gotta use up some researchers. Madness infection. Could have done that other order, but Bonk. Actually do this, and I'll still have the Devour. If she can spam that a lot, I can start building up Alert, which is quite fun. Haha, get super poisoned, stupid. Go ahead and spend that, because I have it. Like, this team really can afford to take damage. Alright, let's see. Awakener has Devour once other Awakeners gain Alienus. That's actually pretty good for this. Yeah, Gilded Reverie. Give me the gilded frame as well. We're gilding everything nowadays. Gonna go along the one-way path this time. I went the other way last time. Passive shield gain will just be very nice to have. Get some expedition members back. Yeah, some more toxin. Just get rid of epilepsy and give up everyone's alienness this turn. I just traded those expedition members for basically nothing. Good to know. Hello, Mercurial Milky. Kill that thing. I don't like its face. How's it going? It's going fine. I'm using a slightly weaker team to try to get some of the achievements in this event. I realize I have, like, a bunch of... I still have a few pretty strong characters in here. So calling this my slightly weaker team must sound absurd. 68, so this wouldn't quite get her up with just one. I don't know why it bothers healing itself that soon in the fight. So, Blight. So much suspicion in hand. I gotta use some of it. Rational negotiation is how you get through this stuff. Still semi-new, so most teams seem strong. Fair enough. Here's the thing, I'm not sure on this team. It's very defensive, but I'm also playing 10 levels lower than the team literally is. Mainly is like my, is this working or not idea. Undying Flower upon Slime. Plenty of poison on ya. Good thing is I can use Embryo on other people. For example, I can just do this if I want to. Great benefit of, you know, Karo team. The Embryo is actually really strong. Gives the team a lot of alienness. I usually run tentacles. Love doing that. Yeah, like, admittedly, I'm missing, like, the prime Karo support on this team. I have her, I'm just not running her for some reason. This will hurt immensely if I don't win right this second. Luckily, I can win right this second. Like that. Nymphia, my poison queen. Give that thing a lot of defense. Ooh, more toxins. Okay, I could rouse a random awakener. Epilepsy. I don't mind getting epilepsy, honestly. That support be Ties? No. It's actually Aegis. Though Ties is also still one of the best, like, characters in the game, so don't get it twisted, you should pick her up if you see her again. I didn't. I'm probably just gonna be paying for it for a while. But I guess it's quite good at keeping Karo teams from exploding. All this suspicion in my hand. At least I'm getting plenty of endure stacks. Trying to get her through the standard banner. No luck so far. That's gonna be a while. I'm at a point where I need to get wheels more than I need to get characters. So that's what I'm going at. Don't want that in my deck for any amount of time. What they're about to do will hurt. Little rational negotiation to get around it. Lots and lots of poison. And weaken them a good deal as well. And trigger some of the poison. The support is Saya, and she's pretty neat, just like a good damage dealer. Saya's pretty good. I picked her up, too. A good damage dealer. Here's the thing, as you can see, I'm trying to run poison teams primarily. Like, my other team is also a poison team, and in fact has 2 of these characters on it. Eat poison. Heal me a lot. And the poison will get you. I'll be fine. Alright, let's see. Ooh, computation. Always nice to have. What do we see? Forsaken Blood is okay. Let me see what's at this shop again. Voyager Parasol. Temporary Alert is like whatever. Evacuation point, and we get Medal of Rescue Platinum. Yay. Okay, this is our last rouse, so I don't need to buy any rouses. Oh, it still counts my expedition members I had when I let them out, so I can get a bunch of sigils there. Did that in a weird order, but it's fine. Do I need Forsaken Blood? I don't know. Forsaken Blood is kind of good, but this team doesn't spam Exalts quite as much as my other team. Our home is quite nice, actually. I'll pick up our home. Do one more refresh for gold. None of that's great. Try refreshing over here. Ooh, proto battery. There we go. This should be doable. It should be quite doable. Because I can just do this all the time. Madness infection. Undying flower upon slime. Pale blessing. Passage of the ego. And I curse you. Hate that I had to draw cards I'm not allowed to play. Haha, didn't hurt. Let's do this. This game is so pretty. It really is, yeah. Like, look at this frigid flame. Looks wild, doesn't it? Ooh, drowning. Oh, hey, look. More poison. Knell of Death. I could have played that first, but her rouse is on, so, Can slap you, though. Didn't hurt. This team gets a lot of shield. Does actually mean Lily doesn't get to do much. How much shield I have. Ooh, Soul Light. Keep triggering poison. Yeah, I can definitely see why Nymphia works quite well with Karo when you just have embryos lying around. You just dump more Alimus straight into her. Ah, the frigid spirits. Madness, infection. Yeah, I can kind of just keep doing this, which is amazing. I should have done these first for more. Ah, no, wait. These trigger the poison, so it's fine. Keep upping my alert. Yeah, this is working quite nicely. A little bit of mouth wisdom because my Keyflare is full. Just for the extra poison. Mountains awaken in the frigid flame. Sounds unpleasant. It's because I took so many risks not using researchers that I get that every turn as well. 12k poison. Oh, what, you're gonna hit me twice? Not gonna hurt nearly as much now, is it? And infect you with more madness. Oh, hey, look, the illusion ended. Hey, look at that. Almost 22k damage because the illusion's over. Sucks to be you. Go ahead and put that in there. Oh, sorry, you gonna hit me? I think this team might be okay, you know? I honestly think Lily is the only one not doing much here. Though she is still applying some of her own poison with her defenses. Not bad, but I think she's actually the one with the least synergy. Because so much of my sustain is from shields, Lily doesn't end up doing that much, so I do wonder if I ever get Zhu, who is the best Karo poisoner, if it will be better to just have Agrippa, focus for my poison sustain. Can't wait to have a poison team. This looks so fun. It is. I love poison team. Let me show you my much stronger poison team. Like, this one is nice. I like this. That was pretty fun. I got to spam Nymphia's Exilith a lot more often. But this is the one I use a lot more frequently. Pharos and Karen. Like, obviously you need Dull Inferno. She is great battery and poison. Like, if you have a poison team, she's your poison battery. Karen is really good heal sustain, especially once she has her rouse on. This whole deck, you only got Maria, or however her name is spelled, Yeah, Maria. Pharos is all about getting a really, really big hand, especially with her wheel, where once per turn, her strike just costs nothing and triggers some of the enemy's poison. But also with her rouse, active, the first 3 cards she plays each turn draw another card. So this will cycle its own deck very fast, and you definitely want Mouse Wisdom as your rouse to, you know, get that Arithmetica back. But Karen will also provide you with Arithmetica with her Exalt. She just gives you a 3-time use, gain 1 Arithmetica, that also does other stuff with it. At some point, I need to get Pharos to Enlighten 3. Because at 2, her stuff starts slapping with tentacles more. And at 3, just holding cards in hand at the end of turn triggers some poison and gains Aliamus for her. Both really nice. Honestly, I probably need that more than I need more Gift of Decay. So I'll probably switch to, like, Tentacle Rolling over what I was doing here. I like Acor. I immediately gravitated to them. 3 guesses as to why. And Pharos, with her poison tentacle gameplay, where she can set up where all your tentacles apply poison, really appealed to me. Did I not do the right quest just then? Oh, it doesn't care which one I do. Yeah, win once. I just have to win one more time like that to get not only some silver, but also power that up. Though I don't really need to power it up. Maybe it'll be useful if I ever try to do hard mode. Yeah, let's exchange buds. I don't really need the blue ones anymore, so if I do it again, I should go to Mountain Site, so I'm kind of full on blues. Anyway, next, the reunion. Her garments stir in the wind. Her bewilderment hums faintly. She stands before you. Reunion, Part 5. This place was hiding such a massive monster. What is that thing? Facing a colossal monster unlike anything he'd ever seen, he mustered every ounce of his strength just to barely remain standing. Boom. With a thunderous crash, Lily blocked the monster's attack. Her balance wavered, and she staggered a few steps, yet her gaze remained fixed on the monster beyond. Those offspring is here. The monster hovering in the air trembled and let out a piercing howl. As Lily prepared to conjure another dark sphere, a figure stepped in front of her. Lily, run! It's dangerous here. The guide's voice was trembling, facing a fear he had never experienced in his entire life. This ordinary man summoned every last ounce of courage he had and stood before Lily. Ah, you poor fool. You poor heroic fool. Stand in front of the small child. Stand between the small child and the giant monster, but the small child's the only one here who can fight it. He tried to shield her from the bone-chilling cold of death. He tried to stand against that irresistible fate. Lily walked a few steps forward and stood in front of the guide.
Mr. Ungath said Lily is really strong, so Lily will protect you all.
Lily, ah! The rapidly surging chill brought paralysis to his tongue. As if submerged in liquid nitrogen hundreds of degrees below zero and frozen solid, not a single cell in his brain could move an inch. An ultimate cold capable of instantly freezing thoughts and reducing them to dust. The guide and Elvis's body solidified into ice sculptures, toppled by the fierce wind into the snow. The ultimate cold crept up Lily's fingertips. Hiccup.
What did you do?
You. And Lily's expression darkened. Her her gaze shifting from the guide to the massive monster floating in the air. The fluorescent blue monster shrieked venomous murmurs, snow particles bursting forth and grazing Lily's cheeks, yet her face remained expressionless.
Lily, listen to brother. Protect everyone.
A smooth, enormous black sphere coalesced from her fingertips. Lily extended a single finger, pointing at the fluorescent blue monster suspended in the air.
You are not allowed to hurt them.
Lily? Professor Elvis? God, I can't believe that's his actual name still. No one responded. You open your eyes groggily, feeling dampness against your back, your snow-soaked coat being torn and compressed. What is this? You'd crashed onto a frozen lake surface, smashing a deep crater beneath you. Seeping out from the cracks in the ice were smooth black spheres resembling pustules. Lily cushioned the fall. Startled, you immediately distanced yourself from the crater. Without you blocking the way, the black pustules surging beneath the ice burst out all at once, rapidly spreading to the edges of the frozen lake. Wait, this doesn't seem like disillusion. Black pustules clung all over Hellet's body, as if in some kind of resonance. Her body trembled with increasingly violent tremors in sync with the madness surge of the pustules. Madly swung her massive flail, smashing apart the black, murky substance surging from the cracks, then charging toward you. Hellet, calm down! Black mist emanated from Hellet's pupils, while the silver key on your chest blazed with intense light. You could clearly feel the link being attacked with madness. Merely maintaining it was proving incredibly difficult. A grotesque smile surfaced on her face, smeared with black, sticky fluid. The massive flail was like a toy in her hands as she swung it, closing in on you step by step. I can feel it. The call of the mountain. What are you gonna do? The link. There's no need for it to exist anymore. The flail came howling down, about to smash into the top of your head. A tremendous sound exploded above your head. Slowly moved aside the arm you had instinctively raised to shield your eyes. You've had enough of this tantrum, then stop. Flail was knocked away, collapsing lifelessly to one side. In the biting cold wind, that ever-present familiar dark figure stood with blade in hand, blocking your path. The massive flail swung by Hellet shattered a swarm of black pustules, its residual force sweeping across the ice encasing the rock, and the mountain let out a mournful cry of fracturing. Spike and flail collided violently. Sparks flew from the eyes of the two locked in confrontation, each unleashing their still-burning fury upon the other. The dark figure blocked your path, fiercely catching Hellet's madly sweeping flail, was pushed back several steps. The cold wind howled, lifting the cloak torn apart by iron spikes, revealing a familiar profile. Hellet? You finally appeared. I've been waiting for you for a very long time. You're too slow. She hurled the sticky spike she had condensed in her hand, piercing the sticky pustules on Hellet's body with clean precision, scattering a trail of black dots across the snow. Guess it wasn't Lily's pustules. Hellet, you're the dark figure that's been following behind us all along? It was me, Barry. I sensed the summon and came here, just like her. When you come out to see me? A strength of the same origin drew me here. I wanted to see what she was really trying to do. Later I saw that monster. You helped me once. Once I help you deal with this trouble, I won't owe you anything. Monster? The monster that hunted the surveyors and sent you falling off the cliff. All those people who went missing were... Yes, the monster lurked behind you, waiting for the right moment to strike. I tried to intervene and protect a few of them. They survived, but were still captured by the monster and dragged into this lair. You're Hellet. Then she's... Hellet's gaze was ice cold. Her hostile eyes swept past your shoulder and landed on the other Hellet behind you. A spike flew out, following her coldly veiled gaze, only to be knocked down onto the snow by a massive flail hurled by the other Hellet, melting into a pool of pitch-black slime. Wait, whatever this is about, let's talk it out. You hurriedly stepped between their hostile gazes, trying to ease the tension. But it seemed to have no effect. You sensed me long ago. This entire path you've been preparing to kill me. A fragment from another dimension can easily lose control. If you want to survive in this world, there are other ways. Alive? What I want is far more than just being alive. The other helot licked the black slurry staining the corner of her mouth. The chain ball spun madly in her grip, the sound of howling wind drawing ever closer. Only one helot can exist in this world. The weak me is the phantom that shouldn't exist. Dimensions, fragments, the weak me. Could this be Genesis? You recalled your encounter with Genesis Ramona. That's right. This fragment of her was shed from the me of another world. In essence, we are the same person. But I don't understand why she would appear in this world. The other helot laughed wildly and arrogantly, unleashing all her surging malice through her laughter. Who's the same person as you? Herbert was right. You're just like the old me. Weak, lost, and utterly fragile. Herbert. Him again. I don't know what Herbert and the Lantern promised you, but he's a traitor. A traitor's words are not worth trusting. You don't understand at all, Helot. I haven't trusted anyone. My coming here has nothing to do with anyone. Only absolute strength can let me complete my revenge. The chain ball, driven by immense brawn, swung in her hands as she slowly closed in on Helot. Devouring you is what will make Helot stronger. The howling iron ball drowned out her words, hurtling toward you. I hope one of you does something about that. Helot dodged the heavy blow of the chain, hurling the sticky spike in her hand at the other Helot's vitals, barely steadying herself at the edge of the ice crevasse oozing with pustules. Pustules? Pustules are oozing out again! Both of them stopped at the same time, looking toward the massive hole in the center of the frozen lake, in which a dark, sticky substance was slowly seeping out. This crack is gradually widening. There are more and more pustules inside. If we delay any longer, I'm afraid we'll never be able to leave. We need to get out of here now, and we need to bring Lily and the others with us. Let's scan the surroundings. Where's Lily? Wasn't she always with you? We were pushed off the cliff by the monster. Lily and a few survivors were still above. We have to find them, confirm they're safe, and get them out as soon as possible. Beneath the fissures in the lake's surface, endless darkness and occult secrets lurk. Pitch-black pustules surge out from the ever-expanding cracks in the ice, surrounding you completely. Lily and Elvis are still in danger, and we can't break free here. Both helots shuddered simultaneously, hearing urgent cries from the depths of their souls. Again, that voice. The other helot smashed a deep crater with her flail. Countless pustules crawled up from the pit, clinging to her flail from the ground. Stop doing that! Pustules writhed and assembled from all directions, yet she suddenly stopped. On her face, a mad grin emerged. Yes, this is it, this is it! It's them! He sees us, Helot, he's summoning us! Escape this place with us first. Escape? No, I didn't come here to escape. Don't be a fool. Pustules will only keep emerging endlessly. You keep going, you'll be devoured. What if I'm the one who devours it? What? These pustules belong to this mountain. You felt it too, didn't you, Helot? It's always been calling for our return. This is our fate. Come, Helot, join me. Merge with this mountain. Join me and face our shared fate. It wants to devour us to drain our strength. And conversely, we can devour it too. Not how that works. Helot stands beside you, her expression cold. Even an entity like me cannot resist the madness brought by such immense strength, let alone a fragment from another dimension like you. If you're scared, then run along, coward. Don't you still have someone to find? Don't worry. Once I've devoured them, I'll come find you. When that time comes, I'll devour you all as well. Come on, all of you. Give me more. Let's go. Helot, No idea what that mad woman is trying to do. Rather than staying here to indulge her madness, we have more important things to do. And I'll help you find Lily. Okay. Cutscenes, we'll do another fight. Hi. Hey, CG. I'm doing the little... I have plenty of these, why not use a little, just so you guys can see some fight. All the other versions of characters, you want them all, you got this Helot by random. This Helot is apparently very, very good. I tried this team out a little. It's on a 10 levels lower fight, so maybe it wasn't a great test. Let me see how they work in a level 60 fight. That was like a fight to see if... also to get a feel for how the team works. Maybe those 10 levels will be all the difference needed to ruin me. Team does produce poison. Trying to get, Pollux wheel. Reasonable. Let's see. Early game with this team, quite tricky, but... since I'm not gonna make it to next turn anyways... do that. There we go. I guess ending that turn, I should use the embryos to get some aliamus, because I don't think embryos retain between fights. Ooh, might could be useful. Weakness is really good too, though. This team only uses some strength scaling, so let's get some weakness. Oh wait, I can't devour, that was silly. Forgot I needed devour first. Silly, silly fish. It's fine, it won't be a big deal in a sec. Like, they're not lasting very long anyways. Want to have, like, one copy of both? There's an embryo. Gonna take a lot of damage right here, actually. It's okay, because the furnace actually does retain between fights. You want everyone and their wheel? Yeah, most characters you do really want their wheel, so... makes sense. Soul Blight for the sustaining. Rescue Promise, sure, Insight. Insight's always good. Try and get the new character and one of the other ones coming. Mouchette, you think that's her name? But then you're saving for Alt Murphy? I am saving for when Zhu inevitably comes back, so I can have perfect poison team. Fucking hate this specific map. I forgot this one sucked so much. Like, there's just unavoidable mist nodes. Like, there's no searchlight for them. I forgot that this map specifically sucks. Go ahead and get that heal out. Get this heal too. Ultra, you feel like that's more than required for them? I don't think so, because two of the best poisoners, Nymphia and but these two are chaos. So best poison. Yeah. I know Agrippa isn't the best poison sustain, but she works and she does cool stuff in this poison team. Like, this team is working okay. Not amazing, I will grant. I definitely need to be spending some researchers here. There we go, that's a little better. There we go. Didn't hurt. That's actually a ton of alienness just doing that. Bonk. Healing, healing. Undying flower upon slime. This should work. Just enough, yeah. There we go. I definitely see the benefit of Embryo with Nymphia, because letting her do that on command is great. Ooh. Warm Mind or Proto Battery? Probably Proto Battery. I really want to get my Exalts out faster. What's this do? I don't care. Go ahead and eat all that. Didn't hurt. Hurt a little. Good, but I'm not taking damage this turn anyway. Why bother? That's gonna hurt. Less so now. Get my poison up. Giving this thing a lot of strength may come back to bite me very soon. We'll find out together. That's all of the suspicions. Don't love that. Negotiate rationally. Madness, infection. A lot of endure, at least. Hail blessing. Oh, hey, look. Yeah, that combo, quite nice. Also, she is a surprising amount of the damage just triggering pieces of the poison already on them every turn. Ooh, this'll be very bad if I let it go through. Hmm.
準備できた。
I might not have much choice in whether or not this goes through.
近寄らないで。進め。
A little choice. Not as much as I'd like to have, though. Damn, yeah, I let it build up way too much strength. I have enough death resist to not die here, but
狂気を胸に。
not
奈落の
warm
底に
comfort.
深淵を覗け。
Okay, just barely.
深海。あなたを永
There we
遠の
go.
眠りへ
Trying to
誘い
keep
ます。
my, guys in here. Hey, let's see. Might on this, why not? Regular fights, please.
あなたをがっかりはさせないわ。
Not quite regular, but okay.
近寄らないで。痛めつけてあげる。
Owie, owie. We should have did the strike first. Whatever, didn't matter that much. I curse you both.
守る。お静かに。
There's my dang soul light.
深海。あなたを永遠の眠りへ誘います。
This will be fine. The poison is gonna take out the agent, and I'll easily be able to kill the stranded exploration team member next turn. Maybe not as easily as I was wanting with that vigilance in hand, but couldn't be overly tricky still. Emphasizing shouldn't. Have some mouse wisdom.
道を照らさんことを。
狂気を胸に。
Give me lots and lots of heal.
わかったわ。
Then slap that guy. Still gonna get hurt, but it'll be okay. Dead anyways. I guess weakness on this is pretty nice. Okay, now give me a little more of my rouse, please. Yeah, I need some sustain. Rescue promise. Or embryo fusion will be nice. Dang searchlight. Another rouse. That wasn't the rouse option, am I stupid? God, I hate when I do that. Event. Oh, I'll take the random rouse here. Whatever. I don't care which one I get there. Use the key. Okay, safe evacuation point. There we go. Diamond. Gain a brilliance of humanity. I'm so cool. Okay, let's see. Ooh, other tongue. Love that. Vitality injection also good, and just get drowning. Awesome. I think we're ready for the final battle.
あなたをがっかりはさせないわ。
That is a hell of a way to start, lady. Wow, so is this.
未来をこの手に。
Undying flower upon slime.
とクリーリン。
There's the embryo I wanted.
偉大なる加護をここへ
Pass your ego.
永遠の眠りへ誘います
Activate drowning.
抵抗するの
Infect you with the madness. I can hang on to these outbreaks to try to end a turn, honestly.
危険です
Weakness in there.
警告危険です痛みつけてあげる
Some blocking. I'll take this damage and heal it next turn. It'll be fine.
爆破準備完了
Yeah, it very much paid off how little I used those cards before, because I get 50 Alimus for the whole team every turn. This is genuinely a ridiculous amount of Alimus.
偉大なる加護をここへさあ深呼吸して
I can just...
この手に
Yeah, okay, yeah.
特リーリ
Honestly, it's kind of worth it to just do this.
奈落の底に深淵を覗け
We're all just poison.
あなたを永遠の眠りへ
Could have done this first, though.
ダメージその面で地果てて
Could have done better order, but it's whatever. Very nice, yeah. This is, I'm not sure she can hurt me with what I'm doing now.
起動します
Oh no, you gained strength. That's gonna hurt a lot. I better do a lot of things to make sure you're not allowed to do that this turn.
偉大なる加護をここへ好きに暴れて
In fact, let's curse you.
降臨せよ
Do.
危険です痛みつけてあげる危険ですみんなを守る
Hey, look, it's barely gonna hurt now. Meh. Yeah, I get to spam my exalts so much now. Oh no, barrier. Whatever will my poison team do against that?
未来をこの手につかむ特リーリ
Jeez.
偉大なる加護をここへ離れちゃダメ抵抗するな涙を流すな
Infect you with madness. And pass the ego. Look at this nonsense. Why am I allowed to do anything I'm doing right now?
痛みつけてあげる愚かね
Screw it, let's do that. Will this work? Nah. Yeah, you know, letting myself be weak early on and barely pulling out of one fight to make it so this fight essentially now doesn't happen, I think it's working for me.
この手につかむ特リーリ偉大なる加護
Yeah.
ここへ
Pass your ego. Hey, look at all these toxic outbreaks. Hey, look, the illusion ended. Jeez, look at this nonsense. Why am I allowed to do this?
降臨せよよそ見せていいの痛みつけてあげる
Hmm.
その目を朽ち果てて準備
Boom. Ah, that was amazing.
みんなが喜ぶ
With the right setup, this team does work. Love it. It's not the fastest team, but I'm playing dots. I don't need speed. Till the snow melts. I forget what this does. base damage up 15%, start a battle, 25 stacks of snow, playing a card grants 2 alienus, removes a stack. All stacks are removed, 20% crit rate. Yeah, it seems like pretty decent on a primary damage dealer. Because, like, at the start of the fight, it's just letting you build up to your Exalt faster. But once it's gone, you get crit rate, which is really good. Crit rate's actually quite hard to come by in this game. G-Doll looks very interesting. Definitely keep an eye out when she comes around. Would you like to see how she works, like, a little more fully? I can show you. So, her big thing is, of course, she applies poison and heals. But she also has what's called Finale form, where in the boss fight of an area, every turn she gets a stack of Finale. When she gets up to 10, she gets an item, she gets a card in her hand that switches her to her Finale form, which changes how a few of her cards work, and also instantly detonates 30% of the enemy's max HP. So you can just kill with that attack. Sometimes. Usually you want to do it on the turn you're killing them, because, for example, her Rouse passively heals at the end of every turn, and, gaining Alimus for her Alimus regen. But in Finale form, instead it triggers half their poison, half the enemy's poison at the end of every turn. Self-destruct in Finale mode, you get to pick, normally you pick between Curse and Elation. Elation, give them vulnerable, amp your entire party's damage up by a lot, or Curse, drain their strength and get weakness. In Finale form, it triggers both effects, but reduces your max HP by 10%. So again, Finale form is when you are trying to finish the fight right away. Fate's Descent, this card is okay normally, but once she gets access to her Over-Exalt, it's an amazing heal. So normally, it's just gain a bunch of Alimus, really good, heal HP. For every 50 Alimus she already has, the healing part goes off an extra time. In Finale form, it inflicts poison stacks instead. Again, you're trying to end the fight faster in Finale form. But normally that's just like, oh, at max you can get, what, 3 triggers of the heal? You can get like 4 or 5 pretty easily once she has Over-Exalt and can charge up her Alimus a ton. The other thing is, in Finale form, her Exalt changes. Normally it's give the whole team 15 Alimus, and inflict some poison, and for the rest of the turn, damage amp 50%. In Finale form, you draw 3 cards, you gain 3 Arithmetica, trigger half their poison, and increase her base Alimus by 50. Which, that makes it hard to do that again. Like, it makes it hard to get that effect again, but also makes it so Fate's Descent could trigger more powerfully again. Like, base Alimus going up means that's also how much it takes for her to get to her max to trigger the Exalt. Yes, she's normally sustain, poisoning them a little, and a bit of a battery, but then at the end of the fight, she very blatantly turns into nuke the enemy all at once. Like, you definitely want her at least to E3, but Madness Infection, like, getting her up to, Enlightened 7, I think this technically is when she gets her massive power spike with the Over-Exalt. The Over-Exalt itself is just, like, a little better. Doubles the Alimus it gives, so it's 30 instead of 15. And, also, it increased their poison, their counter, and their base damage 10% for the rest of the fight. That's a nice little also boost, so you do want to be doing that. In a boss fight, you can also build up her Finale faster with the Over-Exalt, because it'll give you a stack before you even have to get to the next turn. And in Finale form, again, I almost never end up using her Exalt in Finale form, but if you manage to get it off, at Over-Exalt, for every 10 Alimus consumed, which it'll be a lot more than 10, it triggers even more poison. Yeah, she is probably the strongest poison sustain, even though she has a weird amount of counter support as well. Like, she also buffs up counter damage. I don't fully know why. And I like Agrippa because she's just fun. She's also poison sustain. She's not a... actually, by nature of being a Karo character, she's kind of a bounty. Bounty? What did I just say? She's kind of a battery, I meant. Okay. Oh yeah, resonance. Support at junctions. You can trade 10 research members for a gold plus relic. Gold plus relics are really strong. But are they as strong as the Medal of Rescue? I find that unlikely. Like her, very neat. And this is still an unoptimized Poison Karo team by a pretty wide margin, I think. I honestly think Lily is the weak link in what I've set up here, but she's still keeping the team decently alive with her shields, so maybe it's just for this specific setup where I need an extra sustain with her. Because going through the normal fights, I am taking a lot of damage because I'm not spending my explorers as much as the game probably wants me to. You scaled the glacial rock face where there was almost nowhere to set foot. Following Hellet's faint sense of Lily squeezed into this crevice in the rock. Crevice inside a glacier should be packed with ice and snow. The temperature here wasn't low at all. There wasn't even unsettling moss clinging to the inner walls. No moss, 0 out of 10. Really okay to leave her back there? And that was her own choice. Her being there is at least buying us time. We need to hurry. Ah! You tripped over a protruding piece of white bone on the ground. Hellet caught you with quick reflexes and pulled you back. What tripped you was a complete human leg bone embedded in the wall, as if it were the remains left behind after the rock wall had devoured it. You haven't even pulled for Chaos Banner, should probably because of the poison. So Nymphia specifically, from all my playing, Nymphia is great because her Exalt just triggers all the poison on them, and her Rouse makes it so at the end of every turn after you play it, her poison... Oh, thanks for following, Mercurial Milky. Suppose I didn't introduce myself. You say my name as Fish. Hi. I'm a big fan of Eldritch Horror and also literature. And also, apparently, gacha games. What is this? Hey, go enjoy, catch you some other time? Alright, see you later. It might be another minute before I play MORIMENS, because I only had, like, this one day to do it between other stuff updating. Some not-so-lucky mountaineers. What are these bodies inside the walls? Can the walls devour people? We already have enough to worry about right now. Let's keep moving. The smell here is a bit strange. Similar to the stench we noticed before, but much stronger. Perhaps it's related to volcanic activity. Might be approaching a volcanic crater. This smell. It's somewhat familiar. The walls are giving off heat. This cavern is quite unusual. Blech. I just took a sip of my water and there's a hair caught under the lid of my mug. Not really a mug, whatever. It caught in my mouth. Bleh. That's so. Let me feel it. Hellet, what did you just take off me? Some filthy thing that fell on you? She flicked the small black pustules from her hand onto the wall and pierced it with her sword. Let's go. Deeper inside we go, the stronger the stench gets. Fish, what's up, bathwater? Oh, sorry, I bumped into you. Get any closer, you'll face the consequences, human. Help, spider? I don't... Man? Oh, sweet. Don't worry, bathwater, it's just Spider-Man. Wait, which Spider-Man? There's Miles Morales. And I guess you're not in danger, but it's like... kinda mid. Really can't help it. Path keeps getting narrower. These walls seem to be moving. Next time, come up with a better excuse. Wish it would crawl away faster. Please unleash us, let us go. Faint voice came from the depths of the cave. Someone inside, we finally found them. Miles Morales, aka mischaracterization, man. Yeah. Miles Morales, aka we have to make every other Spider-Man look worse so he can look cool. In the comics, it's gotta be Peter. In these new movies, it has to be literally everyone. Gotta make Peter look like an asshole. Have to make my goat look like an asshole. I'm never gonna... I've said this before, I'll say it again. I don't like those movies. I don't like Spider-Verse. They fucked up my boy Miguel. Miguel is my favorite Spider-Man. And that's from someone who's one of my favorite heroes is Spider-Man. Like, Peter is still one of my favorites, and I like Miguel more. That should say a lot about me. And motherfuckers... just... take every bit of him. Yeah, he could be kind of a dick sometimes, but that's a Spider-Man thing in general. Like... yeah, take he can be kind of a dick sometimes, and replace it with fate is this immeasurable or immovable nonsense or whatever bullcrap. Please spitting in the face of the man who screamed, "Nothing is written in stone, I will be there." God. You know what? I need to play one of my favorite Spider-Man games for this. Just to show you what Miguel is supposed to actually be like. I need to do that at some point. Maybe when the next movie actually bothers coming out. Sorry, a Spider-Man rant over, for now. Unless someone gets me started again. Just as you were about to press deeper. What a completely different guy and called him Miguel. Edge of Time? Yeah, Edge of Time. That's my favorite Spider-Man game. I love Edge of Time. This is really cool. As you were about to press deeper, a hand grabbed your arm. Helen shook her head at you with a grave expression. You're right. The walls are closing in. If we go any deeper, we won't be able to get out. As if responding to her words, the walls began to slowly rise. Ew. A corrupted hand slowly emerged from the wall, followed by a thigh, a skull. Countless chunks of corpses surged from the walls. Some only bare white bones, others still bearing rotting flesh. Ew. Mottled, severed limbs from different mountaineers bloomed slowly before you, like a cruel flower of decay. I'm burping a lot today, because I went to a buffet today. Because I had family in town. It took us to... This is a buffet we really like. It's a Chinese buffet. It's great. But I ate a lot, because I like getting my money's worth. But I'm like... Ugh, I feel like I'm gonna explode. Like, I skipped breakfast because I knew I was gonna do this shit. Ugh. Mottled, severed limbs from different mountaineers bloomed slowly before you, like a cruel flower of decay. What is this? So, this is the source of the stench. We both go in, we might not make it out. Helen, wait out here for me. Hey! You idiot. Before her words were finished, you broke free of her hand and plunged headlong into the foul-smelling dark corridor. Maybe like the guy from the Yoshi's Island commercial? I unfortunately don't know the one you're referring to. Lily, Professor Elvis, guide, where are you? To the great, we offer tribute. Following the sound, you stepped into the depths of the cave, where countless rocks and spikes converged, surrounding a pitch-black altar. On the altar were several dark red human figures, cowering and kneeling on the ground, already devoid of any sign of life. Still one step too late. You poked your head out from the shadows of the corridor and looked up to where the people were prostrating in worship. An unnatural rupture on the dome. Within the hollow rock floats that glowing blue monster, marked with the Church of the Lightbearers insignia you once encountered. It was an incomparably horrifying and massive creature. This was the first time you were able to examine its appearance closely. Its exposed skeletal structure resembled that of an arthropod. Its surface coated in a layer of frost, and the center of its body pulsed a cluster of peculiar blue flames, emanating a suffocation-inducing chill. Those pustules again. This is trouble.
Don't you dare hurt Mr. Ingoth!
Black orbs appeared before you, crushing the pustules lunging towards you into puddles of filthy liquid. Lily, are you okay?
Lily is fine. That bad thing is the killer.
I parsed that, yes. Lily squeezed out from a crevice, her small hands dragging a long climbing rope, the other end of which was attached to two adults, tightly bound and unable to move. Sent? I will watch that after stream.
They're all frozen stiff by this bad thing, but they're not dead yet. Lily remembers what Mr. Ungot said. Lily has to protect them. Lily doesn't remember the path and took a wrong turn, which is how Lily ended up here.
Lily, do you know what this place is? Lily looked up, gazing innocently at the monster curled up above her head.
Is, where the monster sleeps.
The deceased on the altar were covered in bloodstains. Upon closer inspection, they were all familiar faces. Surveyors who had previously gone missing. Slipped out of the corridor with Lily, weaving through the rubble. Without alerting the monster, you successfully approached the altar. This thing is probably planning a live human sacrifice.
What?
Through human sacrifice, awaken a being controlled by the Church of the Lightbearers, aimed to bring back a creature that should not exist in this world.
That thing, what is it exactly?
Not sure. They only mentioned this kind of live ritual in class. Seems that once the monster makes offerings to... is very picky about sacrifices. That's why there are only a few people here. Alright, that took a sec to parse. Surveyors who were killed before. Multiple wounds on their bodies and the full body comminuted fractures. They were just unwanted sacrifices so they could be disposed of at will. And facing creatures they could crush with ease, they couldn't even spare a shred of pitiful mercy. Clench your teeth, trying not to let anger and sorrow cloud your judgment. Lily sensed your emotions and pressed closer, trying to offer you some comfort. After a moment of silence, you pat Lily's head. A warm sensation spreads through your skin. Such a vibrant life. Lily, now we need to bring the living ones home. Drag them away. Yes, just like that. Wait, careful. Lily used too much force dragging the body, and the ice sculpture-like human form slammed hard against the rubble. Fluorescent blue flames suddenly flared up behind you. No good, it spotted us. Frigid wind cut across your cheeks like a blade. The monster spewed icy mists, then turned its gaze upon you in the shadows, stretching its bones as it closed in.
Get back!
Lily manipulated the massive orb, smashing the enormous monster into the wall. Let out a howl of anger. You dragged the two barely alive surveyors and rushed into the corridor. Hurry, this way! You're almost running for your lives, your steps growing heavier with each stride. The monster would soon regain its ability to move. You absolutely could not stop. As if exhaling a foul breath, the mountain let out a deep, thunderous rumble, and began to violently shake and contract, knocking you off your feet. What's happening? There's no time to think. The instinct to survive drove you forward. Ooh. Move close to me. Bathwater, you doing okay? Crawling on all fours, the mucus... The instinct to survive drove you forward. Crawling on all fours through the mucus secreted by the cave, scrambling toward the slowly tightening exit. Almost there, just up ahead. Boom! You're killing it? Yeah, just go ahead. The entire mountain turned completely upside down. Corridor's angle shifted abruptly, tilting sharply down. The mucus beneath you was impossibly slick. You struggled to inch closer to the light at the opening. The corridor's contractions grew ever more violent. The warm rock slabs kept contracting, crushing your chest. felt the air growing thinner and thinner. Even Lily's body was wedged into the crevices, unable to move. The only exit was gradually devoured by pitch-black rock. The path so close at hand was severed. Your vision plunged into a darkness of utter despair. Can't... not here. Boom. Yeah, bright light. Smoke and dust mingled with snow particles, scattering in dissipation before your eyes. The pitch-black corridor was forcibly split open, and snow-bright white light fell upon your shoulders. Hold on tight, I'm getting you out. She shattered the cave's rock and pulled you out from the rubble. The favor I owe you. Consider it repaid. Ah! Helen! Before the words had even left her lips, she suddenly stepped into nothing. The ground that had been a hillside in memory vanished into thin air, transforming in an instant into a bottomless abyss. Damn. Made his home right above where you sleep? Well, look, I get some spiders in my room too, but it's mostly Daddy Longlegs. Was I trying to make, like, an Ultra team at all? Yeah, I ain't got shit for Ultra. No more mercy? Yeah, Daddy Longlegs are, like, completely 100% harmless, so I just look at them in the corner sometimes. I'm like, ah, hey. You've probably killed more bugs than I have. Good looking out. Need to remember to buy my Steppenwolfs. Gotta thin the herd sometimes. Sometimes, yeah. Looking if there's anything I can even do. Now, I could try to get you a little more powered up. Where do I get these? Chain of Darkness. Easy peasy. Actually up for shield gain first. I can just get everything to 4. Upgrading her strike and defense is just for the alienist, because the poison trigger, which is actually a very useful effect that I feel like I might have underestimated how much damage that ends up doing. Even if you just block with her, like, she almost feels like a character I want the extra defenses in there. Like, the one that just gives an extra copy of her defense in there, just for the sake of it. Yeah. Oh, what's up, handbook? What we got? They're arcane to me. Kill more bugs than me. Is this arachnid challenging me? Huh? Quite possibly. It's really easy to get your topics maxed out here, and then you just start getting gift boxes. Which is fine, I'm not opposed to that. Like, I'd rather it be easy to max out than difficult to max out. Like, requiring a very considerable investment. Like, play every day doing stuff, you should get that maxed out every month. Come back, child, the mountain calls. To your mother's gentle summons, and return to the tranquil embrace of fate. I feel like this plot can't go on much longer. The mystery is solved, and we've seen the monster. Hold on to me! The instant she fell, you instinctively reached out and grabbed her. Your ice axe pierced into the mountainside as you hung precariously midway down the snow mountain cliff. The wound on your arm seeped blood, sending waves of searing pain through you. When did I get... Oh wait, shit, you did that! From her other hand dangled the 2 expedition members, still tightly bound together. Tried to climb up, the ice axe in your arm on the precipice could no longer support any more weight.
Hang on.
Lily called out anxiously, trying to conjure a dark orb to lift you all up. You'd exhausted all her strength in the earlier battle. Dark orb could barely take form, let alone bear the weight of a person. Let go. You can't hold on much longer. Hellet's eyes went wide as she struggled to break free from your grip, only to find the strength coming from those fingertips held a tenacity she had never felt before. The crampons on your feet dug desperately into the ice, yet kept slipping from the descent's pull, only barely holding on thanks to Lily's support from above. Your face flushed red as you endured the intense pain, pouring every ounce of strength into holding tighter, firmer. You could only watch helplessly as her fingertips slipped inch by inch from your grasp. Her face was only 4 feet from yours, yet in that moment those 4 feet felt impossibly far. Let go. You'll die too if this keeps up. The wound on your shoulder was torn open, and blood splashed onto the skin beneath Hellet's eyes, rolling down her cold, hardened face. Suddenly widened her eyes, stunned for a moment, not even noticing the blood flowing into them. I will never abandon any comrade, no matter what. Never! Boom. The entire mountain began to tremble again, shaking violently as if it were a landslide. You endured exhaustion and agony. Your ice axe was flung off the mountain. Thank you. At least I did my best. You close your eyes. Bang, bang, bang. I'd heard that, like, bang, 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 till I take you down song in a bunch of stuff. I had no idea that was actually a Chainsaw Man fan song. I thought that was some pop nonsense. Wild. The anticipated bone-crushing impact never arrived. Instead, you collided with several rocks in succession, turning the fall into a tumble down the slope, and eventually into a slide. A few seconds later, you stopped. The deadly cliff from just now is turned into flat ground. Lyrics make no sense if you haven't read Chainsaw Man. The thing is, they only, it sounds like just some pop nonsense, the verse everyone uses in, like, shorts and things. When you hear the actual Chainsaw Man, definitely for sure verse, like, then it's like, oh shit, that's gotta be about that character, no matter how you cut this. Like, this is literally the only person to ever say that in all of fiction. Several hundred meters away, Lily stands where you just struck with your ice pick, waving at you. Just now, the bold words and the life and death farewell seem to turn into a farcical comedy. You just say thank you? You misheard. You follow her gaze and catch a glimpse of a fleeting dark figure. You look again, there's nothing behind you but endless wind and snow. Flat land turns into a cliff, and the cliff turns back into flat land. The stench in the mountain cave and those ever-changing cave walls. Perhaps our guess was correct. This mountain is alive. You must prepare for the worst and remain vigilant against any changes in the mountain. Path down the mountain has been sealed off. Must head to the summit and find a new route. Need to descend as quickly as possible. Watch out, there's another snow crevasse here. Almost fell in again.
Mr. Ungat, you need to rest.
Holding on to several people on the broken wall earlier had already drained all your strength. Your arms were so severely strained you could barely lift them. Your stamina had reached its limit. Let's hurry. God knows when this mountain will shift again. And still hold on for now, don't worry.
Ah.
Lily, what's wrong?
Huh? Lily saw something strange.
Small hands clutched her head as she tugged at the corner of your clothes in bewilderment. What did Lily see?
Snowfield, the dead, the starry sky, and us.
I saw them too. Those entwined phantoms clinging to me. And Lily. I can feel it. A strength that's up. In translation, is arousing. Glacier let out another roar-like bellow and began to shift its form, ever so slowly. The This time, the long-concealed glacial lake revealed its true appearance. Caught a glimpse of the frail figure covered in black pustules standing upon it. The fissure in the glacial lake grew wider and wider, like a long, gaping wound stretching across the lake surface beneath the sprawling glacier. Black pustules surged forth endlessly, covering the other helot. You can feel it. More! Give me more! These eerie pustules sensed her summon, buzzing with excitement, rushing over one another to pour into her lips and teeth, actively seeking her to be devoured by her through plea unheard. She seemed to relish being shredded, revere being swallowed, and crave being torn apart and consumed. She arrived before the other helot. Her body was submerged in the pitch-black pustules, her form already so ethereal it resembled a haze of mist that could be blown away with the slightest breath. Leave this place now and there's still a chance. Leave. We never had the right to leave. Paranoia's grip and madness in the other helot's eyes suddenly vanished. Her gaze turned to Helot, carrying an unprecedented composure and calm. Those things that once hurt you, that deep-seated hatred, have you forgotten them all, Helot? I've never forgotten, You're lost, Helot. Only strength great enough can fulfill our vengeance. Vengeance is our only meaning. Vengeance against whom? Fate. Those two calm words sent a violent shudder through Helot's body. That was one word, but okay. No matter where we are, this mountain will call us, devour us. This is our fate, just like all those filthy things we once experienced. Known the answer all along, but turned a blind eye to it, haven't you? Compared to the people and things you despise, fate is such a horror of a rival. You don't deserve to be called a warrior, you coward. Your body can no longer hold together. You'll die here. Even so, what of it? She turned her face toward you all and split her lips into a grin, revealing a pair of cunning fangs. Lantern tricked me into coming here, wanting to use me to revive that. This mountain summoned me, wanting to devour me. I knew all along, but I came anyway. Doesn't seem very smart of you. The mountain wished to see me, so I came to see him. I should thank Lantern for giving me the chance to face him directly. So cowardly, yet you came too, didn't you? I am your future, Helot. When you have the courage to raise your sword against fate, you will become me. The black pustules accumulated more and more, like a swarm of hungry primal creatures, greedily lunging at her body, crawling up her cheeks. She laughed, like a beast greedily tearing into raw flesh, like a king about to ascend the throne. Watch, Helot. I will devour it. I will become powerful. No fate will ever be able to stop me again. Never again will there be chains. Never again will there be betrayal. The black pustules kept spreading and piling up on her body, burrowing into her already overburdened form, covering her calm yet mad face. I will have my revenge! Bang. As if a pustule had been punctured, a black and red fluid splattered in all directions. The beast's final shriek still resonated through the empty valley. Where she had stood, there was nothing left but a puddle of liquid. Revenge, huh? Helot raised her head somewhat blankly, gazing up at the pale gray sky. That just knocked shit over. Coarse snowflakes rolled across her skin, melting into tiny water stains. She was devoured by the mountain? That doesn't sound good. Before Helot could speak, your question was answered. The mountain beneath your feet began to tremor. From deep within the mountains, a low and foul call echoed forth. Okay. We have a fight here. Mourn or marvel. This is a warrior's declaration of war against the mountains. I'm gonna use normal team for this fight, because it's actually a little tricky. I assume. Thorn Peak.
Lily hurts so much.
Lily curled up, clutching her head in agony. Lily? You ignored the pain in your head and went to Lily's side to check on her. Heavy thud. Hellet collapses to the ground, her previously composed face now filled with pain. Hellet? What happened? You lean down to check on Hellet, but she suddenly seizes your arm. Spikes burst from the mucus of her palm, piercing your forearm until it's dripping with blood. An eerie light blinks in her eyes. Her once cold and aloof profile is tainted with an uncanny smile. The linker can no longer suppress it. This is the only way. You activate the silver key, sending ripples of silver light toward the frantic Hellet. Close your eyes and once again overdraw your spiritual energy, pouring every last drop into the link as you forcibly take control of her. She calms down. Her unfocused pupils regain their light. When her gaze falls upon your blood-soaked forearm, she parts her lips and presses them tightly together. Finally awake. The backlash from deep within your psyche surges like a tide. Feel an overwhelming exhaustion. Your haggard complexion is deathly pale as the eternal backdrop of this frozen wasteland. You alright? What happened? An extremely powerful summon. We couldn't withstand it. The other Hellet has been devoured. And this mountain is about to awaken. Before the words even fade, a massive dark figure sweeps over your heads. Fierce wind scrapes across your bodies, and a bone-chilling cold spreads from beneath your feet all the way to your heart. That thing. Beneath the grotesque and terrifying colossal monster, you are as small as a grain of snow about to melt. Grain? I think they meant flake. The monster's gaze doesn't linger on you for long. Instead, it turns away unnaturally, dragging a fluorescent blue flame tail as it flies toward the snow-covered summit. Flames are up dozens of meters high from the mountaintop, the brilliance piercing straight to the heavens. What is it doing? Several crisp sounds of ice shattering ring out. The ice encasing Elvis and the guide breaks apart, and they gradually awaken from the extreme cold. Can't even maintain the deep freeze on these people. Seems the monster has diverted most of its strength to the mountaintop. What is it planning? Been performing live sacrifices all along to awaken the sleeping Snow Mountain. Snow Mountain in turn calls me and Lily to return. So then, wants to sacrifice you to the Snow Mountain? We need to get out of here now. We have an expedition team.
私はあなた様に従います。
I curse you all.
狂気を胸に。分かったわ。
I ensure I take no damage. Did get poisoned though, which is lame. Bang, 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 bang. Slap, slap, slap. Knew I didn't have to worry, just slap, slap, slaps. I don't want Echo on her strikes. I want Burst on a defense. I'll take Drain on a defense. That at least does something. Yeah. We're not going into the Mist nodes yet, no.
あなたをがっかりはさせないわ。
Start with a curse.
戻って。分かったわ。
Ding, ding, ding. Didn't hurt, didn't hurt, didn't hurt. Back, welcome back, CJ. Charitable Kenny and Helpful Jackson. Those are, strictly speaking, names. I can't deny that.
狂気を胸に。抵抗するに涙を流すの。
I infect you with the madness. Just quick block before it, goes through all the way. This definitely kill you, and then you'll die to the poison. So I can afford to keep more expedition members. Tee-hee-hee. Toxin on that, Might on Silent Fealty is really good. Almost anything on that is good. Rouse, we of course start with our Soul Blight. I always like doing Rescue Promise, because I hate playing people. I don't want too much card draw in this deck right now, so we'll take the poison. Okay, Arcana Archive is good. Brand New Wallet is not great on this current map. Hellet, where are you going? Watching Hellet climb toward the fluorescent blue flames atop the snow mountain, you hurry a few steps ahead to catch up, asking anxiously. Heard of Greg Tech New Horizons? Not even slightly. I'm gonna need you to explain every word of what you just said. Greg Tech New Horizons? That's 4 words in a row that don't seem to correlate to each other. I guess New and Horizons work, but the rest of that is... Give me step by step. My judgment is correct. Place protected by all the monster's energy is the dream core of this snow mountain. Lily and I can't hold out mentally for much longer, and the path down the mountain is already impassable. Too late to flee now. We have to destroy it. Understood. We'll stop. We'll make it out of here alive. You and Lily followed her footsteps one after another. A rustling sound arose, and the pure white snow mountain was crawling with ferocious small monsters. Defend the Dream Core. That monster is really going all out. Ungoth, be careful. Ah, we're starting with you. Or just get my retain stuff in hand. Though drawing cards is not great in this setup. Poison you some. Gonna need to try to kill this thing quick. The Minecraft mod of Doom and Despair. I haven't played Minecraft in a very long time, unfortunately. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Do you want to try Greg Tech? I mean, if it's like painful and unfun to play, then God no. Minecraft is kind of boring. I can't agree with you on that. I just lost my login to it, is my thing. Called the mod of Doom and Despair because of how long it takes. Oh. I've installed Tale of Two Wastelands. I don't think there's a mod that's gonna beat that for, you know, doing wild and crazy things. And requiring, like, a degree to get. Like, what kind of stuff is in it, is where I think my question needs to start. End goal of the game is to make a Stargate or something like that. Interesting, I suppose. Could have elated first. About to gain a bunch of strength, but that's also just fine, because the poison is going to kill it before it gets a chance. Only remember that none of your machines will explode. Wait, is it that one that tries to basically turn, like, Minecraft into Factorio or whatever? I don't like that whole... I'm not really into the whole automate everything way of playing. When I play Stardew, I still water my own plants for the most part, because I'm like, I want to still play the goddamned game. Perfect optimization bores me when it comes to, like, auto stuff like that. What's going on? Climbing difficulties increased drastically compared to before. It's never been this hard. No mountain is beginning to arouse. Terrain is shifting at any moment. Grab my hand. Moreover, you make machines do the boring stuff so you can do the cool stuff. Well, it depends what the cool stuff is gonna be. You grasp Pellet's hand and struggle to climb out from a crack between the rock blocks, only to see Lily opening her arms towards you.
Lily hurts. Want a hug just for a little while.
You pick her up as she asks. Lily has been very well behaved and obedient the whole way, but now her state seems a bit off. Lily, hold on just a little longer. Just a bit more. Some snow still lingers on the dark rock blocks on the ground. You stomp your feet and discover the ground has become somewhat viscous, softening the mountain to slow us down. We won't let it have its way. Alright, let's see. Swarm Mind is always really good. I couldn't get anything out of Cursed Stell. Usually you want to make machines because machines make stuff more efficiently than what a person can. Well, it depends what the stuff in question being made is. Turn start, gain Arithmetica for each enemy. Enemies killed by active damage inflict bleed on the other enemies equal to the excess damage. That second part doesn't do jack shit, so we're just gonna take Swarm Mind for the bleed, because I can heal myself passively. There's so much stuff. I mean, like, examples of how said stuff changes the gameplay. Like, do I need to get more stuff to be surviving? Or is this purely the stuff that's already there? Manually want to make an electrical chip? See, that's what I was... That's an example of, like, an example. Like, that's telling me something. I don't understand why this card is frozen. And I fucking hate that mechanic. I think that's a really stupid idea. There's nothing on screen that indicates that's going to happen. It happens anyways. I mean, none of these cards are just... You just can't play them. No, there's no reason for it. You just can't. Have to burn some research team. Because I'm not allowed to play my actually useful fucking cards for no good reason. Some fealty. What's the effect of Swarm Mind? It applies bleeding to me, but also to the enemies. It has nothing to do with the freeze effect. Every instance of active damage inflict 8 stacks of bleed on self and 181 stacks of bleed on the target. For each enemy killed, dispel the bleed state from self. But I also have passive healing, so Swarm Mind is really good on this team. It's just basically an extra set of dots I can apply. It has nothing to do with this stupid freeze effect that's just apparently, like, part of the world here. It's not a stated effect anywhere, it's just here. Just need to survive this turn. The hazard sign on the enemy? Nope, that's Blade of Ice, which means he gets strength based on the number of cards left in my hand at the end of turn. Godless Zealot. So yeah, there's nothing on screen to indicate my cards get frozen. It's a passive effect of playing this mode, and it's a dumb one. You just randomly are not allowed to play your cards some turns. Like, I'm dealing with enough crap balancing out my expedition team. That extra thing on top of it makes this not fun. There we go. Okay, computation on something is fine. Finally, a searchlight. I don't want paranoia. I don't have any symptom cards, I'll just lose the alias, I don't care. Keys, give me a regular fight. This is not a regular fight game! I think it's forgotten what's supposed to be an elite fight and what's supposed to be a huge major... It's forgotten the difference. This is an elite enemy! Nah. 13,000 health means you're an elite enemy. I don't care what anyone else tries to say about that. An enemy that says elite, but then becomes a normal enemy. I hate when I draw more suspicion. I'm trying to get it out of my hand so it's not buffing up his strength. This is the only reason I'm playing it. I don't want to do any of the ones that vastly weaken me. God's sake. Where's this guy? Heal me. Gonna cryo revive because he sucks. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna survive another turn even after this. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. With some extra tentacles. There we go. Yes, strike on Fate's Descent, whatever. spawn as a 8th command card will take effect twice. Turn start, gain shield, turn end, deal damage equal to a lot of your shield to a random enemy. I'll take some extra survival. God's sake, another junction. Give me my goddamned healing. Rescue promise, I'll take an insight for sure. Right, forgot about that. Forsaken Blood, Brine Papyrus, You think you're fucking funny, don't you? Putting that behind an illusion, huh? Just guaranteeing I have to lose team members no matter what I do. Junction. Get me back up to 30. A lot of computation. Evacuation point. Give me Diamond Medal of Rescue. Alright, we've won. The rest of this doesn't matter. I have Diamond Medal of Rescue. Arcana Archive wouldn't be bad. Let me see alternate options. Crit rate? Nah. Mob Song? No, that's... I don't need any of that crap. How about this? What can I get here instead? Ooh, Chant of the Tides. A good one just finally mixed in. And let's get our last rouse with the rest of the money. Honestly, I think that Karo team I slapped together is just better for this event. Because it's so defensive, so good at turtling. Blast, I found you. Fought your way through with great difficulty, finally reaching the summit guarded by the fluorescent blue monster. Atop the snow mountains sunken into deathly silence, a blazing blue flame flickered and swayed, like the beating heart of the snow mountain. You can't stop us. Her voice resonated across the desolate snow mountain. Stop saying Snow Mountain. The blue monster floating in the air gazed at her. The giant beast hovering in the sky gave no response whatsoever.
My legs, I can't move them.
Look toward Lily's direction. Pitch black rocks had melted into slurry. Lily's legs were already half devoured by the black mire. You pulled with all your strength, but Lily's legs remained covered by the flowing black sludge, sinking deeper and deeper. Hellet's heels were also seized by the viscous fluid. The mountains beneath the dark crimson light blinked with an eerie sheen, as if to drag them both into the abyss. Snow Mountain has already started to devour you. You must defeat the monster and destroy the Dream Core as soon as possible. Hellet nodded, drew the black spike, and charged toward the monster. Afumza. Obviously we play this. Obviously we play this. Obviously I play this. That as well. That's a lot of damage to just throw out on the first turn. Oh good, more freeze my cards because you decided they get to be frozen. Lemuria. Let me see. Reduce your strength a little more. And I slap you. And then I do this. Madness infecting you. Now get poisoned, stupid. Now let the tranquil sea stop me from dying. Oh, you know what? On that note,
道を照らさんことを
let's get a little healing. Get super poisoned, stupid. And guess what I'm doing next turn? You guessed correctly, I get to play more Exalts again because I played the rest of this fight like I played the rest of this level very greedily. So I win. I get this effect every single turn.
戻ってこの暗流は敵を引き裂く愚かね前へ
Would I hire you as your butler? As my butler? That would require me to be able to afford to pay you, so afraid not, no. Doesn't have to be butler, it could be servant or slave. I wouldn't feel right having a slave, so not that either. Pay me in shelter and dinner scraps. I don't know how much of either of those I honestly have right now. They descend. Set off your poison again. Hee hee hee. Madness infection. Here's your meal.
この暗流は敵を引き裂く前へ
Keep playing cards. Need to empty out my hand. Pick that up. Brilliance. Passage. How is Winter's Chill? After playing 3 cards remaining, draw 1 card and randomly freeze a command card in hand. That's still stupid. Alright, fine, whatever. Yeah, words of ice. Fuck you too. Listen to the whispers of the eternal ice. I said go fuck yourself. I thought I was quite clear about that part. Here's your meal. Lost City. Still apply the poison, though I can't detonate it because the enemy just gets a free turn to do this instead of just, you know, applying the thing or, you know, possibly even... I don't know, it could be cool if I was rewarded for getting to phase 2. Instead, it's more like just stop playing for a second. I had to apply a bunch of poison at least. This whole chill mechanic just sucks. Wow, you want to hit hard. draw anything anyway.
服従せよ。
狂気を胸に
Did a ton of healing off that.
この暗流は敵を引き裂く。戻って。
消えて
You know what?
消滅せよ
End the illusion, and then we do this, and
涙を流すな
I will definitely kill next turn. Or this turn. Either or. The distorted monster was struck down onto the ice, carving out a chasm-like trench. It droned, struggling to rise several times only to crash heavily back to the ground. Though it was already on its last breath, the flame behind it continued to burn ceaselessly, growing ever larger, almost about to devour the creature itself. Hellet plunged the spike fiercely into the flame, no matter how many times she could not extinguish the burning blaze. What's happening? Ritual has already been activated. The arousal can no longer be reversed. Really no other way? There's one more. Hellet looked at you, then at the undying blue flame atop the summit. If it arises, everyone will perish here. Summoning strength of the same origin. If it devours us, our spirits will merge with it. Hellet closed her eyes. The fragments that already dissipated coalesced once more in her mind. What if I am the one who devours it? It wants to devour me, to drain my strength, then the reverse must also be true. I can devour it. Hellet opened her eyes open once more. Opened her eyes open once... Okay, sure. The only way is to do as the other Hellet did. Try to devour the strength of the snow mountain. Hellet crouched down and, mimicking the way you do it, clumsily patted the soft top of Lily's head. Lily was already half sunken into the mountainside. Out of control, pitch-black tears streamed down her face as she stared blankly at Hellet. She's endured far too much suffering. Let me take it from here. No. No, this can't be how it ends. There has to be another way. There's no time left, Keeper. If I want all of you to leave Ellsworth alive, if I don't want to turn into a monster in front of you again, this is the only way. You'll die here. Even so, what does it matter? She plunged her blade into the rock. Soaked strands of hair hung before her face, quickly freezing into shards of ice that swayed with her trembling shoulders. Snow Mountain's bitter wind raged without end. Muffled rumbles echoed one after another. Waves of searing pain assailed her. Yet in this moment, the voice in her mind was clearer than ever. There's so many things I never wanted to do. So many things I was forced, driven to do. Hand her over to me! Lost the ability to even speak? If that's the case, then entrust your words, your feelings to your blade. Let me hear your anger through battle. I've been betrayed so many, many times. Why, I need to see the lady! Don't bother. Still think you're the noble foster daughter of the magistrate? Tainted blood can only produce a traitor like you. Answer me, have I been abandoned? In terms of outcome, yes, but... Her trembling hands could no longer grip the hilt. The long sword hummed with a metallic resonance as the tremor of the rock struck against it. I once believed that vengeance was everything to me. And only today do I understand. I misread its meaning, and I sought the wrong rival. Only strength great enough can fulfill our vengeance. Vengeance is our only meaning. The mountain wished to see me, so I came to see him. I am your future, Hellet. When you have the courage to raise your sword against fate, you will become me. You wanted revenge on those who betrayed you. Wanted to protect Francis, who rescued you. But battle isn't about that. Not for protection, not for vengeance, not for validation. Fighting is just fighting. You know, with this new update, is Ogie going to be the only 4-star in the game left, essentially? The only character who's only a 4-star with no ult? Because Lotan's getting a 5-star form. Ramona and Doll already have them. Your world's too small. always chasing the faint glow of someone else's light like a moth. You get the chance, go and explore a wider world. Let go, you can't hold on much longer. I won't! Let go, you'll die too if this keeps up. I will never abandon any comrade, no matter what. Never! Lotan said that battle is just battle. Not for the sake of protecting, nor for revenge. I thought about it for a long time. Finally understood why you and your Awakener are so powerful. I think Lotan was wrong. Perhaps even she herself didn't realize it. Lotan, Lily, you all have something you want to protect. To be a guardian. That is the fate I was meant for. You taught me this truth, Keeper. Boom! The mountain shook violently once more, and the thick ice layer over the frozen lake cracked inch by inch. Beneath the shattered fragments, black pustules surged with madness, roiling and seething, spreading ceaselessly outward. Hellet, I will never abandon a companion! I don't like owing favors. You saved me. After today, we're even. I can sense the presence of another Hellet. She waits for me inside the mountain. She wants to take revenge on fate together with me. You haven't abandoned anyone. The path ahead, let us walk it ourselves. We are warriors. Warriors are born to fight. This is the destination we chose for ourselves. This is our battle against the mountain. Hellet drew the black thorn. The clouds pressing down upon the snowy mountain were thick. Not a single ray of sunlight broke through. Hellet's entire body was entwined and bound by pitch-black viscous fluid. Unconscious madness forged into solid iron chains, shackling her beneath layer upon layer of shackles. Shackling her beneath shackles. Okay. Her slender shoulders bore the weight of the chains as she trudged forward alone. Her body was fettered by the heavy shackles. She gradually lost her breath, collapsing to her knees in the snow. Hellet. Forbidden murmurs poured ceaselessly into her ears. Amid the thick, dark sounds, Hellet heard the resonance between the mountain peak and her heart. Beneath the hard bedrock and frozen earth, the awakened Colossus hummed with desperate urgency, yearning for her. She stood upon the summit. The frenzied peak trembled with elation. The earth shuddering violently, fierce. Frigid wind tore at Hellet's thin garments, yet failed to move her an inch. Torrents of black, sticky fluid surged from the snow-capped summit, like towering waves, encircling her completely. Return, destroy, forget, come, return. Return. If we win, the ice and snow of Elworth will undergo dissolution. When that time comes, together we shall reenact upon the world. Wait for it, Keeper. Hellet briefly turns her head. You think you see a fleeting smile across her face. She turned around and, facing that inextinguishable blue flame, raised the black thorn in her hand. Battle start. Declaration and a command. Countless torrents of black, sticky fluid crashed down, swallowing everything atop the peak. The mountains of Elworth trembled. The sprawling ranges threw up milky white ice mist, their rigid, lumbering forms writhing and struggling desperately as if fighting against something. Burning clouds were swept up by the gate, a colossal whirlpool shrouding the entire peak within. Horror-inspiring strength erupted without restraint, as though it would tear even the sky asunder. An unknown span of time passed. The smoke and dust finally cleared, and the earth beneath your feet ceased its trembling. Lily returned to normal, walked over and took your hand.
Mr. Hellet is gone.
Mountains breathed in tranquil repose. You raised your head and gazed at the sky. Coarse snowflakes drifted down, piling upon your head, dyeing your hair a mottled white. It was kinda already that color. Elworth lay in perfect stillness, as if nothing had ever happened.
プロのメイドがご主人様のために悪人を含む汚いものを丸
Eh. Why is it going from there? That's weird. So Thorn Peak doesn't get anything? Yeah, do this, I'll get the second to last bit, then I'll have to do Ultra stuff. One spring. The wind dies down, the snow clears, and all things grow. Professor Elvis is still unconscious, but it has been confirmed there is no threat to his life. The guide is also receiving professional psychiatric treatment. According to the doctor, despite experiencing such a severe traumatic event, his mental stability remains remarkably high. Throughout the treatment, what he cared about most was the condition of Lily and you. For an ordinary person, being able to do that is truly remarkable. The Church of the Lightbearers attempted to revive the Snow Mountain to power their next plan. Thankfully, you stopped them in time. The university is very satisfied with the results this time and has decided to compensate. Or silver. Has it been found? Our people rushed there at the first opportunity and tried many methods. You nodded and turned your gaze back toward the window. As for finding Hellet's silver core, you hadn't held much hope to begin with. Ramona, do you think the snow-covered mountains of Elworth will ever melt? Elworth is a land of extreme cold. The wind and snow there never cease all year round. Yes, that's common knowledge. The wind and snow of Elworth never cease all year round. That promise, carried to your ears by the sweeping gale, was like a comforting farewell. The sky flowed with rich, oil paint-like crimson hues, the lingering lights streaming across your hands. Outside the window, the Mythag University campus was bathed in the dying sun. You've been asleep for a whole week. How's the recovery going, Keeper? Beautiful days of youth shouldn't be wasted in a hospital bed. Look, guess what I brought you? Angoth is a patient and cannot drink alcohol. I hope you could have some basic common sense, Professor Dexter. This drink is one I owed Angoth. This incident was, to some extent, caused by me as well. So I came here specifically to express my apologies. Trust me, it wasn't easy saving these fine drinks until now. It took a great deal of effort to counter my impulses. Drinking isn't exactly a good way to express yourself. When you say that, both the drinks and I are hurt, Miss Ramona. Besides the drinks, I brought you another gift. Toss down a newspaper. Drinks and news. You'll enjoy both. Rest well, Keeper. Dexter gave you all an elegant bow and gently closed the door. When facing Professor Dexter, sometimes I really regret not studying rhetoric more thoroughly. She picked up the newspaper Dexter had left behind. Reports indicate that the perennially frozen mountains deep within Elworth, where a major avalanche occurred not long ago, are now showing strange signs of dissolution. Suddenly turned your head and grabbed the newspaper. The blurry ink-printed photograph, the wind and snow across the mountains had ceased. A small, slender dandelion had broken through the perennial blanket of snow, poking its head out, welcoming Elworth's first spring. Life breaks through the mountain. Achievement yet. New posse. Choose an Awaker, draw 2 of their command cards. I can imagine decks where that would be good. Till the snow melts is pretty dang strong now. And now, after the elite battle ends, if the research team add more than 20 members, choose an additional relic reward, otherwise add 5 members. Both really useful. And then Desolation's Truth, either Medal of Rescue gets an additional Humanity Light per turn, which would be busted as shit, or Lone Wolf's Insignia, which I think you get if you run out of people and make it to the end, doubles its strength obtained. I've never gotten a Lone Wolf's Insignia, so I can't be sure. Till the snow melts. Some damage amp. That was an interesting little story. Get a message from Hellet. Keeper. Hellet? Saw the ice and snow of Elworth melting and a dandelion sprouting from the snowy mountain. You really made it out of the snow mountain? That mountain can't hold me. What happened inside the snow mountain? Stop saying snow mountain. What happened in there? Swallowed me whole, and then I saw her. The other Hellet? Yes. She was fighting. Fighting endlessly. The mountain's power shares the same origin as ours. It sought to devour us. She stood by my side. Our powers became one. And then? Then... we devoured the snow mountain. I told you I'd defeat it. Warrior never breaks their word. You're a true warrior, Hellet. I'll return soon. Tell Lotan to be ready, Mr. Keeper. Found the true source of a warrior's strength. I found my conviction. The words you once told me. The things you once did for me. I'm grateful. In return, I'll let her witness the power born from the snow mountain. Rather strange way of repaying a favor. Knowing Lotan, I'm sure she'll be thrilled. In any case, welcome back, Hellet. Lotan emoji. Ha ha ha. And the confirmation, she's fine. By the silver key, Hellet Katena. Got me my silver. Ooh, that was fun. Admittedly, I think the Caro poison team I built is probably just better in that event. Because churning out tons of cards per turn is very counter to what that event wants you to be doing. And turtling up seems to work a decent amount better. Not fully, because you can't wait too long or else it will get at you. But yeah, it just worked better because it was not playing as many cards per turn, so stuff wasn't getting frozen as much. But hey, that's gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Well, bye, YouTube.